is Andrew, and I'm here with your movie review. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes was introduced to society in 1887. There have been a few films depicting the brilliant detective and his trusty sidekick Watson, and even a futurized cartoon series, which was unfortunately discontinued in my early teens. But on Christmas Day, 2009, Guy Ritchie's version of Holmes was released into theaters. Robert Downey Jr. portrays the cunning Holmes, while Jude Law takes on the role of Watson, while Rachel McAdams plays Adler. We start off with a brilliant introduction, shooting us through old London. The look and feel of the city takes the audience back into time, allowing us to run the grimy streets with Holmes himself. We're quickly introduced to Watson's character, and we watch as they take down the evil sorcerer Lord Blackwood.
The witness stated that he saw Lord Blackwood rise from the grave.
We want you to find him and stop him.
That'll take every ounce of my not inconsiderable experience.
This may be a hobby to you, Mr. Holmes, but I do it for a living.
It does make a considerable difference to me, having someone with me on whom I can thoroughly rely. You've never complained about my methods before?
I never complain. When do I complain about you practicing the violin at 3 a.m, or your mess, your general lack of hygiene, or the fact that you steal my clothes? Holmes, does your depravity know no bounds?
No.
As the story progresses, we find that Holmes is a rather spoiled, eccentric character. We find that his character is almost dependent on Watson, and I really enjoyed the brother-like relationship that Holmes and Watson shared. The bickering and arguing the two indulge in adds a lot of humor to the story, and from the trailer I expected the movie to be more humor-based, which was why I was skeptical to see the movie in the first place. I wasn't really keen on having a comedy-based film about Sherlock Holmes. Although there was comedy in the film, it wasn't designed to be a mockery of Holmes. We are introduced to a different type of Holmes altogether, but can we expect more from Robert Downey Jr.? He did strikingly well with his role as Holmes, and hats off to Jude Law and Rachel McAdams as well, who pulled their roles off wonderfully. The music in the film is quite different. It's a rather strange, eerie soundtrack, but it fit well with the story. I enjoyed the movie from start to finish. The look and feel of London, the new side on Holmes. It tells a great story which I advise you to pay very close attention to.
Mr. Holmes, you must widen your gaze. You underestimate the gravity of coming events. Tomorrow, at midday, the world as you know it will end.
Well, there isn't any time to waste then, is there?
From the game is afoot to case closed, I give Sherlock Holmes an 8 out of 10. I would watch this movie again and again. It's a great film, it's family friendly, and it had its highs and lows, but the highs definitely overruled.
You have the grand gift of silence. Watson, it makes you quite invaluable as a companion.